almost didn't get on. Y'all, I almost did not get on the train. She had to, baby, that door was closing. She was like, no, you're getting on. People just landed. Yeah, and we're eating at Bonefish Grill. First meal of the day. Bonefish Grill. We're gonna have something goody on there. Get us a drink. And vacation has begun. So we had a wonderful lunch at Bonefish Grill in the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport. We had 4 hours to kill before checking into our hotel. So guess what? We hopped on the train. We're taking the Bright Line from Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport international into Miami. New experience, which we had an extended layover before checking into our Airbnb. We decided to try something new. We are currently on the shuttle, and they'll take us from the ground transportation at the airport all the way to the Bright Line station. It costs about $12 per person, and from there we paid $16 a piece to get on the Bright Line from Fort Lauderdale to Miami. Bright Line shuttle and the driver. Arrived at the Bright Line station. Once you arrive at the Bright Line station, you will have to scan your boarding pass to gain access. We flew in from Charlotte to Fort Lauderdale Airport, and we have an Airbnb in Miami. We arrived around 11 a.m., but we are unable to check in until 3 o'clock. Went on out to Bonefish Grill, courtesy of Lucky. She's a smart girl, y'all. Let me see what she did. She says, hey, let's eat in the airport. I said, yeah, that'll work. I didn't even think about that because we can't get in our Airbnb until 3 o'clock. So we had a wonderful lunch at Bonefish Grill in the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport. And from there, we went downstairs because we were going to just take an Uber, you know, ride share. And around 2, we was like, oh, well, let's go and go down to find out where we go get on our ride share. And during this process, Lucky again, y'all, she's a smart girl. She seen a sign that said Bright Line. And for anyone that doesn't know, the Bright Line train is a train that travels from Orlando, Florida to Miami on a daily basis every couple hours. A train that'll take you there if you didn't know. Check it out. Instead of us taking a ride share, we was like, well, let's look it up and see when's the next train. We decided to hop on the Bright Line to take a ride from Fort Lauderdale to Miami. From the Fort Lauderdale Airport to the Bright Line Fort Lauderdale station, you have to hop on a Bright Line shuttle. And the shuttle service will they'll charge you $12 per person. And you have about a 20 to 30 minute ride. The tickets online for Smart, which is just like regular seats. Got a little table set up. Got plugs everywhere. A lot of plugs. So that was about $16 per person. And we had a little drinky drink. We had a strawberry lemon drop, and I'll put pictures of that in there later, for $12 a piece plus tip. So yeah, overall I will rate this, and Lucky also will rate this an 8 out of 10, only because there's not a lot of instruction. Got ready to board the train. They were like, hey, get downstairs so you can board. When we got down, there was no train yet, but they would get everybody down because baby it's a quick, baby, when I tell you, what do they call it, Crystal?
A turn and burn.
It is a turn and burn, y'all. Baby, you had to get on this train so quick. Would you rate your experience so far on the Bright Line?
Well, I would definitely an 8, and the only reason why I would definitely rate it an 8 is because you don't realize how quickly they're ready to close the doors. When you go in here to pull my sister on, so she would not miss the train. You should have seen it. It was crazy. You gotta go with me. She can't.
I almost didn't get on. Y'all, I almost did not get on the train. She had to, baby, that door was closing. She was like, no, you're getting on. We had to open that door, and baby, we slung my ass up in here. We slung it in here, y'all. So, you might be asking yourself, well, is it worth it to fly into Fort Lauderdale for a cruise out of Port of Miami? Short answer for us, yes. We saved between $100 to $150 on our flights, although we spent about $35 per person for transfers from Fort Lauderdale to Miami and rideshare using the Miami Brightline. So who is this perfect for? I would say anyone looking to save a little bit of cash and enjoy a new experience. And you get to ride a train during your vacation. Watch this next video that'll give you the differences between the rideshare accommodations, smart versus premium tickets, because that might help you figure out if premium, is it worth it?